Hi, this is Makoto and welcome to the Joy of d3.js. Today, I'm going to talk about loading external data. Here are today's topics. So d3CSV is a function to load a CSV file and convert into a JSON object. Ease is a function to smooth the way transition works. I also shows that you can change HTML element, not just SVG. Finally, QJS is an external library to mix with D3 so that you can load multiple data sources without using deep nest. Unlike last few tutorials, there are less topics you need to digest, though the visualization becomes more exciting with actual data. So let's start with checking out new commits. Wow, now two circles are transitioning not only once, but multiple times. What has just happened? Let's look into the commit diff. First, we got rid of the years array data structure. Then, I put all this code into d3 CSV function callback. And lastly, line 126, I'm doing set interval to call the chart function every 1 second. I also added years.csv and years.json, though I only use a CSV file. Let's go back to our example page. It's exciting to see that now there are more than one transition, but it does not look so smooth. Let's fix that. Before we refresh, there are a few things we have to change manually. So let's change the counter to increment by 10 years, not 1 year. So this one, 10. Okay. And refresh. You can see that now it's much smoother. So what I did in line 89 here was added some linear easing. So if you look into the document, you can see different kind of easing types, like linear, poly, quad, cubic, easing, EXP, circle, elastic, back, and bounce. I don't know most of them actually, how it actually works. The default is a cubic in out, which provides suitable slow in, slow out animation. And now let's see the next commit. So reset. Excuse me for strange circle animation movement. I temporarily disabled set interval, so it's doing the transition from start year to end year in one shot. What's important is that now you can see the year in a big font. So let's see the commit diff. In line 7, I created a div with a year class. Then I did some CSS styling, and the line 92 here, I select the year div and added current year into its HTML element using HTML function, this one, just like you do with jQuery. In fact, you can do this whole operation using jQuery. What I wanted to demonstrate is that you can use d3.js not just for changing SVG, but also you can change the HTML element as well. So the next commit is a final commit of this tutorial. I wanted to load multiple files for our next tutorial, but since this is also about dealing with external files, I decided to explain now. The commit actually does not change any of our core behavior, so let's directly check the commit diffs. First, we have 1 and 2 extra files. Then, if you scroll down, in the index.html, I included a library called QJS, which lets us load multiple files, but wait until all of them finish loading. Once loaded, it will pass as argument of the ready function. So ready function, which I'm passing at the wait function at line 35. The returning order of this should be in line with the order defined here. In this code div, you can see that actually years, boundaries, countries instead of years, countries, boundaries. That's just my mistake, so I have to fix it later. This feature is actually new to version 3. So when you look at the upgrading to 3.0 guide, it says that before it had to be nested like this. But now you can defer the execution until you get all external files back, like this. Oh, I was nearly forgetting to mention one gotcha about loading external files. So let's go back to this one. Since CSV or JSON file does not have any information about the date type, all the imported data are string. So if you are expecting some integers, you need to convert by yourself, as in line 39. It's doing parseInt, which is just a normal JavaScript function to convert string into integer. If you're looking for a cleaner way, you could use it with another external library called Miso project. Miso dataset is developed by Guardian and Boku, and Miso dataset provides various features, but one of the features let you specify date type like this. Before I finish, I'd like to mention a few things when you put your code into code sharing site. Firstly, you cannot use these like d3.json or CSV at JSFiddle because they don't have section to put data files. There's a way to show code on just into JSFiddle, but probably using blocks all is easier. This is one example. So I just fork one of them, and this one does calendar, and it has index, which is loading file from this D3 CSV, and where does DJI.csv, where it has is, if you look into the gist, you have it in the same gist files. Tributary takes a different approach. Rather than letting you to read data files via D3 CSV or D3 JSON function, it offers some conventions. In this example, I have a hello CSV. Then, if you look at the JavaScript code, there's one called tributary hello, automatically convert that to a JSON object. So it prints out like this. This is very convenient, but this means that you cannot simply copy and paste your code like this, because it just shows some HTML message. So you need to convert accordingly. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.